Okay, welcome to the last chapter of the Magic Treehouse Leprechaun in Late Winter. So it's chapter 11, Lady Gregory. So again, if you have the book, you can follow along with me, and if not, you can simply use your listening ears. Both cases you should be visualizing, right? Thinking about the author's words and help you create good pictures in your head of what's going on, pictures of the characters, pictures of the events, and have it kind of run along like a movie in your head, right? Make connections to the story. You can think about, wow, what would I do in that situation? Or, oh, yeah, I felt like that. Or once, I made a promise that I wasn't sure that I could keep. Um, or, you can compare it to another story. Oh, that sounds kind of familiar. That reminds me of this story. And then good readers often make predictions, right? Based on what they're reading and having I wonders, right? I wonder what's going to happen. So let's get to it. Page 105, chapter 11, and it's called Lady Gregory. So we could wonder, right? I wonder who Lady Gregory is. We haven't heard of her at all. So some of you may be making predictions about who you think she is. And we'll get started. Ah, sunshine, said Jack. He closed his eyes and he felt the sunshine streaming through the treehouse window. And clean, dry clothes, murmured Annie. She placed the Pennsylvania book back in the corner. I can relate to that, right? After being cold and then having the sunshine hit you, that's such a good, relieving feeling. Jack took the magic whistle out of his pocket and placed it next to the book. There, let's go home now, he said. I want to look on the internet for information about Augusta. He started down the rope ladder. That's a great idea, said Annie, following Jack. We can find out what happened to her. Jack and Annie ran through the chilly Frog Creek woods. They crossed the street and hurried up into the sparkling sidewalk of their yard. They tramped over the old snow up to their porch. Annie opened the front door that led them inside. Hi, Jack called. We're back. Hi, their mom called from the kitchen. Did you have a nice break? Yes, we did, said Annie. Good. Now get back to your homework, said their mom, so you can finish in time so we can go to the theater. Okay, called Annie. She went to the computer desk and sat down. What should I type? She asked Jack. Jack pulled up a chair and sat beside her. Well, we don't know her last name, he said. So try Galway, Augusta, and Irish stories. Annie typed those words into the keyboard and then hit enter. There are lots of choices in different websites. Annie clicked the first one. On the screen was a black and white photograph of a woman. The caption under it said, Lady Augusta Gregory. Look, it's her, said Annie. The woman on the screen was middle-aged, but still looked like Augusta. Her hair was parted neatly down the middle. Jack read aloud from the screen. Lady Augusta Gregory was born into a wealthy family in Galway, Ireland in 1852. She wrote over 40 plays and many poems and essays. She was the co-founder of the Abbey Theatre, the National Theatre of Ireland. Lady Gregory also learned the old language of Ireland and because well known for collecting Irish stories and legends and sharing them with the world. Wow, said Annie. Augusta did have a brave heart and a fine mind, and she must have liked our play, since she wrote 40 of her own and started her own theater. Yeah, said Jack, she really turned out great. This reminded him of a question he had asked himself earlier. I wonder what I'm good for. I didn't know how to do anything on that Irish farm. Me neither, said Annie, but hardly any kids today know how to do that kind of stuff. So what would we do if all our machines, computers broke down? Said Jack. Well, we'd have to figure out how to grow potatoes and make our own clothes and milk cows, said Annie. I'd probably read some kind of instructions first, then give it a try, said Jack. You know what? That's pretty typical, right? Jack would definitely read the instructions first. I'd probably give it a try first, said Annie. That's true to their character. Then read the instructions. So I'm curious which one you're more like. Are you more like Jack? Would you read the instructions first and then give it a try? Or are you more like Annie, try it, and then read the instructions. Interesting. Jack laughed. I know. Some stuff we're good for, said Annie. What? Said Jack. First, we're good at helping other people, said Annie. Yeah, but, said Jack. No, really. We help each other all the time, said Annie. That's true, said Jack. And we're good for helping Augusta, said Annie, and helping Lois Armstrong and Mozart and Leo da Vinci. We put a smile on the Mona Lisa's face, remember? Jack nodded. Yep, he said. And we're good for saving the orphan penguin, a huge octopus, in the cities of Tokyo, Venice, New York, said Annie. We're good for rescuing a baby gorilla from a leopard and the school kids from the twister. We're good at helping Shakespeare and Carla Barton and George Washington. We're good at rescuing 2 kids from the tsunami, a Lakota boy from the buffalo stampede, and a baby kangaroo and a koala from the forest fire. We're good for... Wait, stop, said Jack. Stop. But that's not even the half of it, said Annie. I know, said Jack, but that's plenty. I'm inspired. I'm ready to write that story for homework. I'll use my own experience. I have a little more than I thought. Cool, said Annie. She went back to reading about Lady Gregory on the computer. Jack grabbed a pencil and pulled out his notebook. He moved to the couch and sat down. As late winter light slanted into the living room, he began to write. So, that's some good questions. And again, I would say, what inspires you? And who inspires you? What kind of people inspire you, or if there's someone particular? So, well, I hope you enjoyed this book and you have finished it, and perhaps you could look more into leprechauns or Lady Gregory or Ireland, and maybe do some research, maybe some research on St. Patrick's Day and leprechauns. So, I hope you come back and read some different books with us, and whatever you do, keep on reading.